Has a recession begun? If you watched the news this morning, you would have seen the bloodbath on Wall Street. Markets were in meltdown. Share markets across the world saw sharp losses after brutal sell-off in America. In a matter of weeks, U.S. stocks have gone from scaling record highs to flashing recession worries. So, what happened? Well, Donald Trump happened. You see, stocks have tumbled amid mounting concerns over a potentially worsening economic outlook due to U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs. And on Monday, he had refused to rule out the suggestion that his tariffs could trigger a recession in the world's biggest economy. Earlier, during a Fox News interview aired on Sunday, Trump described the economic situation as a period of transition. These remarks, coupled with escalating trade tensions highlighted by ongoing tariff negotiations between the US, Mexico and Canada, they have rattled the market participants. The market turmoil comes amid growing fears that America may be sliding towards a recession, stoked by aggressive trade policies and mounting economic uncertainty. Have Trump's policies increased the likelihood of a recession? Well, according to experts, the answer is yes. Trump's policies, it has stoked fears of a recession. First, the Trump administration slapped 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada, as well as 10% tariffs on imports from China. Then, Trump issued a one-month delay for tariffs on auto-related goods from Mexico and Canada. The economic damage had already been done. Well, Canada and China both retaliated with tariffs on some U.S. imports. As a result, though all three major U.S. stock indexes slumped, Trump's team predicted confidence that the fluctuation would be short-lived and not for a very long time. They're trying to say that an economic boom set off by tax cuts would follow later this year. The White House has insisted that this is merely a blip. But the question is it true? Is it just a blip? Because experts warn the economic foundations are shaking due to Trump's escalating trade war. The truth is investors have been unsettled by Trump's tariffs that go even beyond his sweeping campaign promises. Hundreds of billions in new import duties have already been imposed and trillions more about to take effect on April 2nd. What's more, the federal government could shut down this weekend too if Congress does not extend federal funding, possibility that Trump acknowledged himself on Sunday. The U.S. and this has rather raised concerns that the political gridlock could further destabilize an already fragile market. Experts have cautioned that these aggressive tariffs could cripple global growth, pushing not just the U.S. but other major economies into recession. Economists of both parties have criticized Trump's justification for his trade war. They have repeatedly said that tariffs of his first term caused the U.S. manufacturing to decline. The White House has already twice imposed stiff tariffs only to quickly modulate, leading to wild ups and downs on the Wall Street. Due to all these developments, economists and major banks have either upped their recession forecast or lowered their growth outlooks. For example, JP Morgan Chase economists have raised their risk of a recession this year to 40%. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs economists have raised its 12-month recession probability to 20%. And that's a big wake-up call for Wall Street. As for what would a recession mean for everyday people, it's pretty self-explanatory. A recession would put millions of Americans out of work, out of job. It would cripple businesses and risk exacerbating U.S. national debt. Not just that, it could trigger layoffs, which in turn hammers consumers' pocketbooks, triggering a further slowdown of business activity. That may set off a self-perpetuating cycle. In short, recessions are just bad. People lose jobs, income and wealth. Will it happen is the question. All eyes are on White House's policies. At this point, it's really anybody's guess.